Merida has to try to change her mother and then to change her back. All scenes are relevant to the main plot. Every scene either establishes a conflict, tells a character's backstory, or presents a resolution to a conflict. The theme is that it's important to do what you love regardless of whether everyone around you wants you to. While this theme may be a good theme for people who are Merida's age, it is a terrible theme for a younger audience. Also, it's obvious from the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a princess named Merida. Every day she performed her royal duties, but really wanted to be an independent adventurer. One day, the other clans compete for her hand in marriage, but she rejects all of them. Because of that, she runs away from home. Once upon a time, there was a princess named Merida. Every day she ran through the woods, free and independent. One day, she receives a spell which turns her mother into a bear. Because of that, Merida has to figure out how to reverse the spell. Because of that, she encounters Mor'du and realizes that the legend is indeed a lesson. Until finally she convinces all of the clans to stop fighting and become allies. Because of that, well, the fact that Fergus discovers Eleanor at that exact time is a complete non sequitur, and then that misunderstanding is resolved almost instantly when Fergus sees the triplets. Every character is somehow relevant to the main plot. Merida's the protagonist, Eleanor is the antagonist, Mor'du is what will happen to Eleanor if Merida does nothing, the witch is who turns Eleanor into a bear in the first place, and everyone else has their own unique role. Merida always wants to be free and independent, and that is exactly what she gets to do. Merida gets to remain free and independent, choose who she marries, and repair her relationship with her mother. Also, the only character who died was Mor'du. In October 2010, when the film was already several years in production, Mark Andrews replaced Brenda Chapman as director. He changed a lot of the details, but left the core plotlines and characters unchanged. Eleanor is really the only person that demands that Merida respect tradition, and Fergus is very supportive of her throughout the film, so why couldn't you simply declare that Merida could marry whoever she wanted? There is definitely an underlying message that women are just as strong and capable as men. However, this doesn't really work because Fergus is very supportive of Merida while Eleanor is the main source of conflict. Also, if they wanted to make this message the main theme of the film, then they should have made Eleanor the protagonist since she is the one undergoing character development. As early as 2006, the story was developed enough that members of the production team were making trips to Scotland to conduct research for the film. As explained in Point 8, when Mark Andrews took over as director, he removed a lot of the magic elements that Brenda Chapman had added. This makes it easier to identify with the characters as their world is more similar to ours. Merida has some of the strongest opinions of any Pixar protagonist up to this point. This film was created to break Disney princess tradition as it focuses on parental love as opposed to romantic love. If I were Merida, I would not trust a witch that I just met and did not give me any specifics about what the potion did. If Merida doesn't succeed at the beginning, then she will have to spend the rest of her life trapped in an arranged marriage. If she doesn't succeed at the end, then Eleanor will become a bear permanently and terrorize the kingdom. This film took plenty of inspiration from fairy tales by Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm, even though it was a significant diversion from the traditional Disney princess storyline. Merida's final test is that she has to forgive her mother. This goes against her philosophy from the beginning of the movie, but can only be done by her, not to mention the massive time crunch. It sure is convenient that Mor'du was killed by a stone that fell on him simply because Eleanor accidentally bumped into it. As I explained in point 14, this movie has the building blocks of a Disney princess movie, but with parental instead of romantic love as a central focus. Teenagers and young adults seem to be most capable of identifying with the protagonist, but they are clearly not part of the target audience. Merida attempts to make her mother more supportive of her, accidentally curses her, and has to undo the curse by repairing their bond.